Welcome. I don't know if I'm live yet. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, welcome everyone. Today I'm going to do a reading for the twin flames. I am going to look at the divine masculine, and then we're going to look at the divine feminine, and then we're going to connect them together. So we're going to use 4 different decks. I'm going to use Mother Mary, and I'm going to give each one, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, a message from Mother Mary. We'll do that at the end. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot not only to clarify, but also to connect the two, see how they're connecting. And what I'm looking for is current energy for both the divine feminine and the divine masculine. In this type of reading, I'm going to use 2 different decks. So this is the Universal Tarot is going to be for the divine masculine, and the Light Seers is going to be, if I can pick it up, for the divine feminine. So it's really like a conversation, but like a spiritual conversation. So I want to see what their current energies are, what's going on. I know some of you have had no contact. There's the runners and the chasers. I'm in a twin flame relationship, and I was the runner for sure. But, I'm no longer running. So I want to just say real quick, hi to everyone. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Ariana. Hi, none of your business. Hi, GR. Hi, Sophia. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into the reading. This is not live question and answer type reading. This is going to be an actual reading. So I'm going to go ahead and put the divine math or the divine feminine up here, and we're going to go ahead and actually let me make some more room for myself. Let's bring the lid down, and let's officially open this reading. So we're going to start with the masculine. But I do want to remind you that you may be on either side of the table. So you just want to trust your intuition. I also feel like, if you're in a twin flame relationship, your guides, they know it. And definitely ask for confirmation. Like I'm telling you, like I would ask for confirmation from your guides. If this reading is for you, what part of it is for you? Is it all for you? Am I over here? Am I over here? But you also want to trust your own intuition. So let's go ahead and begin. And I'm not ignoring the comments. I just want to do the reading. And then I'll say hello. Hello. It's just last night I saw some of you. Hi, Darcy. Hi, Lady of the Lake. Nice. So happy to have you guys here. Okay, let's begin. So we're going to start with the divine masculine, and I'm going to shuffle. Look at that. I love when the cards just kind of float out, though. Not the greatest card to start with, but it tells me the divine masculine is dealing with some type of toxic energy, toxic people. Could be really bad communication. It's like they are looking back, though. Hopefully heading away from that. I feel like, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I feel like this divine masculine, I feel like he had some lessons to learn. It's interesting because I feel like he's dealing with some toxic energy, but yet it's almost like it was karma. Like, because he was toxic. You know what I mean? And I'm saying he or she was toxic at one time. And now I feel like now they're dealing with that. I know this energy. I know that energy very well. All right, let's keep going. It is a 5, though. Holy cow. Hello, Ace of Cups. So, interesting because five does speak of change and moving into the Ace of Cups. Well, this is unconditional love. And listen, in a twin flame relationship, even if you haven't met each other yet, the love is there. The love doesn't die. Our humanness can mess it up, but it still won't put out the flame. You know what I mean? Like that flame will remain. And sometimes you may meet your twin early and things don't work out for whatever reason and you move on and of course you're going to fall in love with other people. I mean, that's life. But I feel like if I met this twin that really, and even if I didn't meet this twin, it's almost like there's like this longing, like a hole in my heart that only my twin can feel. Um, but this Five of Swords tells me we're dealing with some really earthly type of energy, mental type of energy. But we got the Ace of Cups. Let's keep going. Ten of Wands. Okay. Interesting. Five of Swords mirroring the Ten of Wands. That is difficult energy. This could have been someone who maybe is married, maybe is in like a serious relationship. But I definitely don't think things are working out if they're still in it. I do feel like the divine masculine has some karma to pay back. And listen, we all do. You know what I mean? Like sooner or later that we all have a little karma to pay back, but this feels pretty difficult, to be honest. So if this person is in a relationship, it is a difficult relationship, and I feel like there's probably a lot of fighting in the household. There's probably, I just know that I wouldn't want to be in that house. Well, let's see what he plans to do about it. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, to me, a nine is a singular energy. So maybe what he's planning on doing is leaving, ending it, especially with the 10 being right here. The 10 of Wands, it does speak about a period of time of heavy responsibilities. But now we have this 9. This is a card of Virgo, by the way, for some of you, because I know some of you are in a twin flame with a Virgo, or a relationship with the Virgo, I mean. But this is really an energy of independence. It's interesting. I have a feeling this household was fighting about money. And maybe somebody, again, maybe the masculine is like, I don't want to stay here anymore. Like it's just become too much. Too much. So maybe they are leaving. Maybe they are leaving. All right, well, let's keep going. Now, the Nine of Pentacles really speaks about successful self-employment, material harvest. It's seeing the fruits of one's labors. But it's interesting because I don't know, maybe this masculine is like, I don't want to share this money. All right, we have the Three of Wands, and then we have the Moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. I love that we have the Ace of Cups with the Three of Wands below it. Actually, be this way. I keep forgetting when I'm live, my cards are in reverse for me anyway. Why do I love this? Because the Three of Wands to me is all about optimism. It's all about letting go of control of the things I can no longer control. I feel like this is signifying that someone is, leaving this household. And, even if they haven't left yet, I feel like they're looking towards their future. in really an optimistic way. So I kind of feel like whatever's going on again in that household, and I keep saying a household, they don't have to be married. It could just be a relationship, but it doesn't feel like it's going well at all. And I feel like it's turning the masculine's intentions around. We have the moon that can certainly speak about uncertainties. But you know what? In the Three of Wands energy, I'm not going to let uncertainty stop me because in the Three of Wands, it's like I'm telling the universe, I trust you. I know that you'll bring my ships in their due time. Now, what ships are they talking about? Well, love. The Ace of Cups, not just any love, like the Ace of Cups. Also very dreamy type energy. And it's interesting because I feel like I always say it's interesting, but it is interesting to me. I also feel like with the moon mirroring this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like there was so much restriction here. Um, Almost like I couldn't be or live the type of life I wanted. I do feel like this masculine has like a lot of potential, a lot of wisdom. And listen, it may have taken a long time to gain that wisdom, which is, like we can't like be like, whoa, like bad, you're bad, because that's most of us, right? It's through our experiences that we really gain our wisdom. So, but I feel like, again, restrictions on how I wanted to live my life. But I do feel like eventually, if it hasn't already happened, that they are going to start living a life the way they see it, the way that they pictured it. And what does it include? It includes the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. It's like someone's building their business. It's like I feel like I get this feeling of feeling free all of a sudden. Like I'm free. And maybe that means I broke up with this person who, and I'm not going to put all the blame on that person because it feels like it was both. But it just feels like their energy didn't mesh. It's probably a free will choice or a karmic. And I say that because the energy does feel difficult. Like literally, I would not want to live in that household. I have lived in that household before, and I wouldn't want to go back to it. And again, I keep saying household like they are married, and for some that may be the case. But I definitely feel there's a relationship here. But at the same time, I feel like the masculine is starting to get to this point where, saying, I'm not living my life according to how I saw it, how I pictured it. This love or to what was love, this is not my happy wife. This is not what I signed up for. Though, in this, really, in a way, I do feel like they're paying back a little bit of karma and they need to pay that back. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like they do. I feel like they do. All right, let's keep going. We have the Five of Wands. All right, let's slide this up for a second. I know it's hard to see it on that side. Literally, I got to figure something out. But the Five of Wands, and it came in reverse, and I did make the decision, which this is what I do before I do a reading. I talk to my guides and I say, yeah, like, I don't want to do reversals today. But I always keep them in mind. But today I said, Yes, I'm willing to read reversal. So this came in reverse. Five of Wands, drama, ego, fighting, nobody backing down. I feel like there's only one solution, and that is to leave it. And I feel like that's exactly what the divine masculine has done. Now, I know different people are going to be in different stages, right? Some may be still tied into this energy. But listen, I feel like they're not thinking of, how do I make this better? No, they're thinking about how do I get out of this? How did I even get here? Well, I feel like you got there because you chose it. But Five of Wands in reverse, that's good news. And here's why it's good news. A couple different things. If you're interested in reconnecting or connecting in the first place, then you do not want this masculine to bring this drama, these problems with them forward. And I don't feel like they are. Because again, I get the sense of like when I end this situation, yeah, I feel free. It doesn't mean I don't want to be in love because clearly with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Wands connected, they do. But they know now what they don't want. I have a feeling that I have a feeling they were just in lower vibrational energy. And what do I mean by that? Well, I could have been out at the bar and I could have got drunk and ended up with someone, that maybe otherwise I wouldn't have. I just feel like how they got together. And listen, I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I met, this person I was with 25 years at a bar. Um, but I feel like the connection, like the connection was done in a period of time. Like I feel like they were under like heavy influence, almost like where I confused love with lust. And it wasn't love, it was probably lust. But something kept moving them forward. But that's why I kind of feel like it may be karmic. All right, let's keep going. Oh, we had a card flip over. Let's take it if I can get it. All right, we have the Page of Swords. Could be ring, ring. And that's only if you accept, if you choose. Some of you are like, I'm done with this. I've had it. But I don't feel like, it's interesting because I feel like it never really ends. Because again, it's like if I don't know this twin yet, there's still like this longing in my heart. And I may say, like I may have been through relationships and been in love, but have said to myself, like, why is it I just don't feel fulfilled? Well, it probably means your twin is in this lifetime with you. Because I feel like if it wasn't in your life in this lifetime, then you wouldn't feel that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we have options before we come into this earth. Like, do we want to spend this lifetime together? You know, um, and I'm going to do a past life reading soon. And I'm definitely going to keep the twins in mind and soulmates in mind, because you have lived lives together before. Okay, well, let's see what else we get. Well, hello, Chariot. That's movement. Interesting that it's mirroring the Five of Wands in reverse. That's exactly what I'd want. Like, don't bring your drama into my house. Settle your own shit, and then if you want to come forward, we'll talk. I feel like that's what the divine feminine is thinking. Or like if they do reach out, like, you better be free and clear. I feel like the divine feminine knows what she wants. And, yes, I do want you, but I only want you under certain circumstances. I don't want you connected to another. I don't want your drama from the past. And remember, twins do mirror each other. So I expect to see some mirroring as we do the divine feminine next. All right, but the chariot, beautiful. Card of Cancer, but it's movement. And the Page of Swords right behind that. It could talk about, like, an unexpected text comes in, a phone call, some type of communication. And I would expect them to say, if you know them and you know of their situation, I have a feeling the first thing they're going to say is that is over. And I believe them. I believe them. I feel like they, I don't know how long they were in this, but I feel like they questioned themselves daily, like, what am I doing here? Like, I know this is not my person. And that's why I feel like I fell for lust and gave it the name love. But it never was really love. It just turned, it maybe the lust lasted for a little while, but of course that's going to die out, because then I feel like, and then life got involved. And then each became who they really were. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning of a relationship, everything looks so nice and beautiful. And it should. You know what I mean? But that's why you want to give it time. You want to allow people to reveal who they truly are. And if the divine masculine would have given this some time, he could have potentially skipped this whole thing. But he didn't. And again, I keep saying he, um, and I know people get mad at me, like, Sandy, like, you know, like, how do I know what side I'm on? I feel like the only way you can know that is trusting your intuition. And if you have a hard time trusting your intuition, ask for messages, ask for your guides, ask for a number, a color, or me to say something, whatever it may be. All right. Well, hello, Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this masculine's already been thinking about this. I have a feeling they've been thinking about it for a while. I want to start anew. I want to go down a different path. This path, to me, the Two of Wands, is definitely desirable. It's passionate. It's not fear-based. I feel like I know what I want. I know what I want. And not just in love, but in their life. And I feel like that's what the Nine of Pentacles is talking about. All right, let's put that right there. Now, let's go into the divine feminine. And then what we're going to do is take the Gilded Tarot and come and connect the two of them. And then we'll clarify. And again, I'm not ignoring you in the comments. I just want, I want all my focus on the reading to give you as clear messages as I can. Interesting also that the Chariot is mirroring the Ten of Wands. And usually in the Ten of Wands is the Ten of Swords. We want to see that come to an end. So the Chariot is another, to me, another sign that there is potential movement. All right, let's give it a cut. And let's see what's going on with the divine feminine. All right. I just want to remind people, sometimes readings can look like, oh, beautiful. The masculine's coming my way. You know what I mean? But you also want to understand, like, the difference between, like, the Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands. How much time is in between that? It's going to be different for each person. But I feel like ultimately, I feel like they're freeing themselves. All right. We have the Eight of Wands. What I think about, I bring about. I love the Eight of Wands. First of all, it's positive energy. But a little side note, I guess, would be these are also your intentions. And, as you put your intentions out into the universe, well, those intentions are going to be met. And that's why you want to think about, okay, what's my vibration? Like what type of vibration am I sending this out in? Another way of saying that is it like filled with worry? Because I don't feel like divine like is going to decipher like, okay, I don't think the feminine meant to send that. I don't think that's what she really means. No. Law of attraction. I must meet whatever vibration you send out. But listen, this is also an eight. To me, eight, infinity. Wow. As above, so below. No beginning, no end. Perfect explanation of twin flames. It's also about new beginnings. What are you thinking about, divine feminine? What are you thinking about? Tell me. Tell me what the feminine is thinking about. Look at that. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, which some of you who were in the live yesterday already know this. There's certain cards I look for when I do certain types of readings. When I do a twin flame reading, I am looking for the Emperor and the Empress, or at least one of them. Look at this. We have the Emperor. Now, it is a card of Aries, but beyond that, this is someone I can look up to. He's in the upright. And like I said, I was willing to read reversals today. He's not in reverse. He's in the upright. You may say, I have a feeling some of you are like, no way I look up to him right now. Well, maybe right now you don't. Maybe right now. But to me, because again, I talk to my guides before I do a reading. I let them know like what cards I'm looking for if it's meant to be. And this is one of them. And I kind of love that the Emperor is on the feminine side, following the Eight of Wands. What I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. Then the Hangman. Slow down, you move too fast. All right. And not a big deal. The Hangman, because the Hangman really is seeking wisdom. Like, I need wisdom I need guidance for my next steps. What should I do here? Should I move forward? That's what the Hangman is really seeking. It is a pause in the action, but it's not a waste of time, because I really am. I'm looking to have an awakening. All right. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Wow. This is very fast moving energy, but it's filled with passion, desire. And again, this is love. So we have to read this card as love. It can mean this is moving much sooner than I even think, especially coming under another card that talks about energy moving. And the masculine having the Chariot and the Page of Swords behind that. Listen, I feel like even if I know who this person is and things didn't go right at one time, I feel like if I hear from this person, it's going to set my heart aflame. Like my heart is going to be happy. Now, my mind may talk me out of it. But this can also be the energy of just truly feeling swept off your feet. I feel like, if what you're thinking about is your twin flame and what you're thinking about is you want your twin flame in your life, well, then I feel like that's what you shall have. But listen, the hangman, it is saying, like, but wait one moment, maybe there's something going on first. So let's keep going. A lot of fire on the mask or on the feminine side. A lot of fire. I like that. You know what I'm feeling, and please excuse me when I say this, but again, over here, I feel like it was lust that was confused as love. Over here, I feel like it is love, but it's also, how do I say this? Like, I feel like when we, like, and maybe you haven't done this yet, but when we make love, nothing compares to it. Nothing compares to it. The passion feels off the chart. And I don't say that very often in my readings, but I feel that. I just feel that. It's like what's that word? I know I'm going to say it wrong. Starts with a K. Dang it. I can't think of the word, but maybe it'll come to me. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at her eyes. She's like in a meditative state. This can be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Can be. Doesn't have to be. This can talk about, you know what I love? There's so much fire, but yet when I see the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is someone who's grounded. This is definitely someone, it's interesting because I feel like she's meditating, but I feel like in that meditation, maybe I'm trying to bring the masculine to me. Who knows? Maybe you're connecting telepathically. I mean, I feel like if you're the feminine, this is you, no matter what the sign. Hello, lovers. Wow. So the masculine's got the Ace of Cups. You have, or the feminine, I'm just assuming, I don't know why. You have the Lovers. This is a card of Gemini, first of all. It is a head over heart decision. It is coming under the Hangman, and that may be part of it. But I have to tell you, because I already felt the passion. To me, I mean, just look at the image. Completely naked. Why? Well, because they're being their true, authentic. You know why? Because I can be myself with you. And you can be yourself with me. No masks are needed. I don't have to pretend I'm someone else. Like I don't have to pretend that I'm, something other than what I really am. I definitely feel this is, listen, I definitely feel like for some of you, there were issues. But I cannot deny the passion. Like, holy cow. All right, let's keep going. Again, I'm not ignoring you in the comment sections, but I want all my energy on your reading. And then I'll come back and say hi. We have the Queen of Swords. She is falling in Gemini, so it can be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But I want you to really notice her. She's got her sword down. She's not in any defensive type of mode. It's like she's just thinking about her future. But not with fear, because otherwise I feel like the sword would be raised. Interesting how I just noticed like these flags and, oh, again, wrong side. Like there's that red flag, but look, this flag is higher. So there was a red flag, but this flag is higher. The divine masculine or the divine feminine may say, as much as I want to be with you, and she may not even say like, oh my God, my heart is on fire, my loins are on fire. Um, she may not speak those words, but I know she feels it. I know she feels it. And I also love how calm the Queen of Swords is in here, and the Queen of Pentacles. They're both very calm. Again, I feel like the Queen of and you're probably both. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is like meditating, connecting to the divine masculine, probably telepathically. And then here, the Queen of Swords, I feel like I have my defenses, my defenses down. Maybe the Hangman, you really did find the wisdom that you were seeking. Should I follow my head or do I follow my heart? Well, I think that's where first a good conversation comes in. And again, it may come through the Queen of Swords energy, but she's not being defensive. Of course, that's your choice. But I feel like, if we get really defensive, automatically someone else's defenses are going to rise. And then how do we really ever have a good conversation? All right, let's keep going. Ace of Wands. Well, there's your passion. This is inspired action. That's really what the Ace of Wands is. It's inspired action. It's mirroring the Emperor. The Ace of Wands to me, it's go time. I do have to reach out and say yes to that ace, grab that ace, but if I do, it's go time. All right, we have the Knight of Swords, and then we have Justice. Interesting. It's like someone, I'm doing it backwards again. It's like someone ran from a connection. I feel like I definitely feel like the masculine is dealing with karmic energy. And you know what? Here's the thing. With karmic energy, we want to pay that back. Because once it is paid back, it's paid back for eternity. And I have the feeling the masculine has caused others, you, if you know them already, pain. Almost like someone who ghosts me. Yeah, and I hate that. I hate that. So man, if that's the case, they better come in and they better explain themselves. But here's the thing, I think they're going to come in and say, I'm free. I feel like that's what justice is representing. Not only karmic, because I do feel that over here, but also like, oh, I thought I turned the sound on my phone down. Anyway, I feel like that's what they're going to say. Like, I'm no longer in that connection. Like, I ran from it. Can be a divorce if they were married, but it's definitely cutting of ties. And listen, justice, especially in a love reading, is really meant to make you whole again. That's its job, right? What's fair and just. So, when you think of the twins, when they're together, that does feel like we're whole again. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not whole without the person, that you can't have a great life without the person. Don't ever get tied up in that energy of like while they're dealing with this thing, I wouldn't be over here waiting, and I don't think that you were. But, it is what it is. The connection is as strong as it is. And that part, I don't think I can deny it. But maybe I don't need to. Maybe I can forgive. Maybe we can forget the past. And maybe we can move forward. You know, we're definitely passionate for each other. Again, this was lust, but this is love. Like, this is having sex. This is making love. I'm getting awful raunchy today. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the feminine. Oh boy. Three of Swords. Good luck, divine masculine. So they're going to have to get through that. That definitely is telling me that some of you have definitely been with this person. And I'm just going to say, I know some people are going to disagree with me, but I feel like this karma that I definitely feel the masculine, and I'm feeling it more and more and more. Like a karmic relationship. I don't feel like it's from this lifetime. So I feel like, and it can be part of, like, I could have continued to do like these stupid things. But I feel like, because I feel like it has followed them. And now it doesn't have to be the same person. It is probably different people for sure. But anyway, Three of Swords. Oh my gosh, but look underneath that. Look at them holding hands. Their fingers are interlaced. They're not just holding hands. This is connected. Nonetheless, you did break my heart. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in the Gilded Tarot. And first thing we're going to do is connect them right down the middle. And then we're going to go back and clarify. Though I have to tell you, I feel like the story has shown itself to me very clearly. So when I clarify for you. All right, let's give him a cut, bring him in, or introduce him into the reading. Actually, I kind of want to make him even. That's just the Virgo in me. All right. Let's connect these lovers. You know what else is interesting, real quick, is I'm looking at the lovers. And I just wanted to see, okay, well, what's mirroring the lovers on the divine masculine side? It's the Nine of Swords. Or, I'm sorry, the Nine of Pentacles. And because that's a card of Virgo, this is a card of Gemini, it's definitely saying they share Mercury together. I don't know. I don't know what made me bring that up, but and again, before I move on, I'm looking at the Hangman now, and I'm seeing the Ten of Wands mirroring the Hangman. So that's why there's a pause, right? Because this Ten of Wands, it needs to end first. All right. There's our Empress. There she is. The Emperor and the Empress. Boom. Hello, Nine of Swords. A lot of worry. But really, the meaning of this card is unnecessary worry. I mean, do I think my guides are paying attention? I do. And your guides, Emperor and the Empress. What's in between them? The Eight of Wands. When I think about it, bring them down. But it's almost like, holy shit, now I brought it about. But I want you to remember that the Nine of Swords, I know I just said Wands, the Nine of Swords does speak about unnecessary worry. It's worry nonetheless. But it's like the universe is saying, don't put a lot of worry around this. Look at this. This is the marriage card. You know, to me, this is the highest form of love in a love reading. It doesn't have to be marriage, but it's a commitment to each other. And do I feel like it's for the rest of your lives? I do. And I feel like that's what you'll be saying. I do. Wow. And this is what's connecting them. Wow. Give me 1 second. I need to, my door just popped open. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Seven of Pentacles. Man. Seven of Pentacles to me is your tree of life. It is your soul seeds of intention. It is the things that you wanted to experience in this lifetime. It's not a promise, right? You know, and I refer to it like an apple tree. You know, when the apple is ripe, then it's time to pick it. I don't want to pick it before that. And I feel like that's what the hangman mirroring that Ten of Wands is talking about. Like, I don't want to pick that apple before it's completely ripe. And I feel like justice, right? The cutting of these ties. And again, the freedom that is felt from that. And listen, they may spend some time alone, but I definitely feel like the feminine is a big reason why I now want to move forward. Even if I haven't met you yet, again, I know that there's this love out there. But it's like, you guys know, it's like you twins, you planned it. This is the way you planned it. And now just might be the right time. 7 is also a very spiritual number. And then, hello, Will. Hello, Destiny. I don't have to be in this relationship. I have the option of saying no, right? If it becomes too difficult, I can just say, forget it. I'm just going to go find a soulmate somewhere and live my life. But I don't feel like that's what's going on. I just don't. Because I feel like even if subconsciously I'm putting that energy of bringing my twin to me, well, lo and behold, divine is listening, and here he is, and here's the Empress, the exact cards that I asked my guides for, if this is meant to be. Well, not only is it meant to be, but it is your destiny. What a beautiful, beautiful line here connecting these two. If we could just get rid of that Nine of Swords. But you know what? That is life, right? That's life. But there is one more card. And hello, my guardian angel. This is the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles says, I'm bringing this pentacle into your life. And this is really meant to enhance your life. Like, this is, I feel like, from the highest. This is a slow moving night, but it's moving slow on purpose. This night would say to you, I come in at the right time, not before, not after. It's similar to that apple tree. Like, if I came in, like if I picked that apple before it's ripe, ugh, ugh, I'm just going to throw it away. Well, the Knight of Pentacles doesn't want you to throw this pentacle away. They want you to nurture it and grow it. And that's exactly what can happen. And this does specify that this is energy that's coming into your physical world, just not like a fantasy, but in the right time. And that you can trust. You know, with the Knight of Pentacles, that you can trust. Wow. Okay. Let's, I don't think I need to clarify every card, but let's just go line by line. I have goosebumps. And again, it's another sign from my guides. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. This is exactly what we want to see over the Five of Swords, because this is someone reflecting upon their own responsibility within a situation. Like, this is someone really getting to know themselves and, you know, the good, the bad, and ugly. Really not with judgment. At least it's not meant to be with judgment. But this is someone who is clearly understanding what those five swords really mean. And then 10 of Pentacles over the Ace of Cups. You know, interesting, because you have the Divine Masculine is the 9 of Pentacles here, right? And I feel like I leave this situation, right? I've done the reflection. You know what? That tells me they have learned the lesson. And I feel proud of them for that. Even though, you know, they may have screwed up, what have you, I still feel proud of them for that, because not everyone does. Not everyone's bold enough to really look at their life in that way. And really, it's a sense of power. That's probably where I'm feeling that freedom. So, and then you get the 9 of Pentacles, singular. But over the Ace of Cups comes the 10 of Pentacles. Almost like I don't want to be in the 10 of Pentacles, the house of abundance. Here, with this energy, I want this energy with my true love. And by the way, I keep saying masculine, feminine, but just you'll know where you're at. And I also want to remind you, sometimes we're in feminine energy and sometimes we're in masculine energy. We carry both. All right. Whoa. Look at this, Queen of Swords. And then the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is coming over that Eight of Wands. And when I think of the Queen of Cups, I think of someone who really loves to be in love. Doesn't mean I have to be in love. You know, there's plenty of other things that could satisfy me. But being in love, having that special person, having that relationship, you know, someone I can count on and they can count on me, means a lot to her. She does have a cup in her hand. And then you have the Queen of Swords that is over the Empress, but also over that Nine of Swords. So I feel like now here, interesting, her sword is raised, but here it's not. So I have a feeling a conversation is being, there will be a conversation. And listen, maybe it doesn't start out like maybe the first thing I say is like, man, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. But the truth of the matter is, really, I feel like this is really what I want. And look at this. Even the, oh my gosh, the full, but look at this, the Ace of Pentacles. It's kind of like hidden, right? Because it wasn't time yet. The Fool, a new beginning. Their fingers are interlaced. They're together. Listen, even if physically we're not together, energetically. And then, but, Justice is right over the Emperor now. I have a feeling some of you do know about this relationship. And I have a feeling that's a part of the Three of Swords, part of the heartache, right? Like, how could you choose this over me? But, you know, again, I'm not going to, I don't want to give them any excuses. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, but that's what happened. But here's the Emperor with justice, like literally right over him. And I feel like I cut ties. I cut ties. I want you to know that. I want you to believe that. You know, what was means nothing to me. Nothing to me. And by the way, I don't feel sorry for the other person because I feel both of them were just in lower vibrational energy. So, you know, it's not like this person's being, the masculine's like, you know, screwing over this person. No, it's both ways. I feel like really what the emperor, interesting, I said that. The masculine is saying is, I can't live in this drama. I can't live in this anymore. All right. King of Wands over the Hangman. We do have Aries right there. So it can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, I hate giving signs because I worry that you think that, okay, it can only be a fire sign. Instead, I want you to really think about the person's energy. You know, this is someone who is action oriented. This is someone who puts actions behind their words. Maybe not always, but showing as a king, not a page, a king. There had to have been some growth. There's our page. Look at that, right over the Knight of Wands. And then look at that, the Knight of Wands again, right over the Queen. So the Page of Wands to me is my risk taker. This is someone who, do you know, and I feel like for some of you, this is just your natural energy, but I feel like it's been shut down for a little while. But now, I just don't know how with all this, I mean, holy fire, holy passion. The difference between these two are so big. And look at the Ace of Wands right underneath that. Again, inspired action. Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. You know, it could certainly be also mirroring energy. I don't know how these two can keep their hands off each other. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay. Inner harmony. It's a fulfillment of a wish. Nine of Cups is really what you're loving your life. I'm not saying you didn't love your life before, but look at the cups all around this person. It's like they're so plenty. Not one of them is knocked over. It's like they're raising, like chin chin. Interesting how I stopped taking cards over here and just took them over here. Huh. I wonder why I did that. And by the way, we have two nines now mirroring each other. All right, let's take a few over here. Look at that. Six of Swords in reverse. So, that makes sense because above it is that Five of Swords. And I feel like, when I know, I know. When I go, I go. And that is part of what divine is waiting for. This person's got to learn their lesson. Or not. But if they don't, they're doomed to repeat it. So I feel like they will. It is in reverse. But it may just mean, what I felt is there may be a little bit of time in between, like this ending and then being single for a while, because I feel like this sense of freedom, but I'm not feeling like freedom to go out and date. That's not the kind of freedom I'm talking about. I mean, freedom just to be me and not having someone like, and it is a two-way street over here, but I do feel like, man, I just have someone like breathing down my neck. Okay. Hello, Ace of Pentacles over that Three of Wands. Under the Ten of Pentacles. With the Page of Swords underneath that. I feel like the communication is, can I come back into your life? We have the Moon over the Moon. The Moon over the Moon. Interesting. And then look at this. The Ace of Wands again. So we have it on the feminine side. Now we have it on the masculine side. And it's coming on the reversal of the Five of Wands. Letting that drama go. Leaving it in the past. Starting down a new path. It's inspired by who? This night. By energy. Everything. And I do feel like, if I feel like your protector, and I don't want you to come in until this is dealt with. But this is literally saying it is dealt with. And now it's time for inspired action. Well, you have it over here. Again, I'm saying you, and, don't let that confuse you. All right, let's keep going. And then we'll bring out Mother Mary. Queen of Wands. Two Swords. Seven of Cups. That all makes sense to me. Three Cups. And the beautiful Sun. What a perfect way. I mean, the reading is not over, but to end the tarot portion. What a beautiful way. Let's just read this for a second. First of all, the Sun and the Ace of Wands are mirroring each other. The Sun is a brand new day. The Sun is, it's like no shadows can hide in the Sun. Sun's complete illumination is the card of Leo, ruler of Leo, by the way. But I feel like first the questions, first the conversation. Like, I feel like literally the masculine has to get the blindfold off the feminine and find a way to allow her to be able to trust. And I don't think it's like, even though there's so much passion, there's still heartache. But listen, long story short, even though it is a long story, I do feel like because of the Three of Cups over the Ace of Wands, I feel like we are celebrating, just like I said with the Nine of Cups, chin chin. Wow. Okay, let's bring out Mother Mary. Did we look under the Two of Wands? We have the King of Wands right there. The Five of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Like changing of households. Changing of the guards. All right, Mother Mary. So I'm going to take one for each. Well, really what I'd like Mother Mary to do is to give us three. One for each, and then one that connects them. Connects you. Inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. Playfulness and self-care. Inner child. There's a lot of playing over here, if you know what I mean. Compassion. This is coming between the two, not between them, but this is what's connecting them. Compassion. Oh, wow. I see and feel others' points of view with forgiveness and kindness. Forgiveness and kindness. Compassion. I feel like, yes, we're being asked a lot, we're being, a lot is being asked of us, but this is the way we're meant to live. We're here to love. And I don't mean just romantic love. I see and feel other points of views with forgiveness and kindness. And then over on the feminine side, mother. That makes sense. Mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. Mother. Some of you are becoming a mother. And I say that because I feel like some of you are like, if everything goes the way that it looks like it's going to go, I definitely feel like you're going to, we literally have the marriage card here. We literally have destiny. And then we have our guardian angel saying the right time and trust in that. Really what it means is you can let go of exactly how things must happen. Instead, hand it over to divine and let definitely make your intentions clear, but then hand it over. That's what I mean when I say, like, no waiting. Like, you know what I mean? Because your soul didn't come here just to have this experience. Your soul came here to have a lot of experiences, adventures. You know, maybe we had our own lessons to pay off. But I come at the right time. That means you'll be at the right place at the right time. That means if it's coming through the telephone, you'll be home. You know, however it ends up together, it's divinely guided. Period. Period. Wow. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there. I do want to say hello real quick. Good afternoon, Dawn. Um, so I saw Darcy. Hi, Kat. Hi, Katie. Kathy. Hi, Candy. How's shower empathy? Hi, Kim. Hi, Annette. It's so good to see you all again. Hi, Dana. Hi, Candy. Oh, happy birthday, Dana. It must be Dana's birthday today. Um, make your life spectacular. I love that. Hi, Lauren. Thank you, Annette. You're right. It is free to hit that like button. And I appreciate that. Hi, Lauren. Um, Divine Feminine here. I'm thinking about how ungrateful I have been in the relationship that means the most. Well, my dear, don't beat yourself up over it though. Criddle, I think. Crazy. I was watching another video and this interrupted it, and now I'm watching. Well, I'm sorry for them. Happy for me. Your Empress everything. Greetings. Hello, my dear. Hi, Ken. Ken, I think we're connected on Twitter, right? And you're always sharing my videos. If this is the right Ken, but if it is, I want to thank you in person. Parth, hi, I am confused. Should continue a relationship with boyfriend? I feel like there's nothing you need to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what I was feeling. Like, there's nothing we need to control here. Except putting the intentions out there. So, should you break up with a boyfriend? Well, I can't really answer that because I feel like you need to decide that. Are you fulfilled? Are you fulfilled? Um, Anyways, guys, I'm gonna let that be. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I feel like it was very in depth. I feel like it was very telling. Um, I know sometimes they can look like, oh, everything's just flowing so easily, but that was not the case. There's definitely restrictions. There's definitely forgiveness is needed, right? Compassion. They have to figure out their shit. But listen, I definitely, like if I could put that title, like sex versus making love, I think I don't know if they'd allow me to put that title, but that's what I feel. Like that's the difference that I feel. Like over here, if I'm having sex with this person, and I don't know why I keep talking about that, um, but I probably am fantasizing about someone else. We're over here, baby, it's all you. It's all you. And it feels like there's no denying that. Interesting. All the comments just went away. I don't know why that keeps happening to me. Um, 1111 Purple Light Warrior. You're very welcome. Candy, you're very welcome. We're right at the end when you talked about communication. The timer on the oven went off and the phone rang. Too bad it wasn't him. Well, maybe that's a sign before the sign. Does that mean that ZM is sleeping around with another? Well, for this situation, for this reading, I feel like, and again, it depends like where this person is at, but I do feel like, yes, they were connected to someone. But I do feel like it was karmic. I really do. Because I feel like I feel, and I know this sounds weird to say, but I feel proud that they were able to clear up this energy. Like once you pay that karma off, you pay it off for forever. Do I think they were sleeping? No, I don't feel like these two were connected and then this person was sleeping around. That's not what I feel. I feel like we weren't connected at that point, or we had already broken up type of energy. And then the masculine, again, what feels like started, well, I was going to say started as lust. I feel like this may be a little strong. And, divine never wants us to hate another. But I feel for a little while, I probably hated that person. But you don't want to carry hate in your heart. You know what I mean? And that's where forgiveness comes in. But doesn't mean you don't have to. And by the way, let's say two twin flames really wanted to get together in this lifetime, but it is a challenge. It is about the adventure of it, and not all are going to connect, but you will be together again. I mean, that's a thing. You are eternally connected, eternally. Anybody else want to ask any questions about the reading? By the way, I had a great time in the lives yesterday. So I thank everyone. I know a lot of you were there, so I thank you all. Yeah, they have karmic till they learn. Yep. You just joined. It's all love. Welcome aboard, my dear. Welcome aboard. It's all love. That's what I'm talking about. I don't feel like divine wants us to carry hate in our heart, but I get it, right? Because someone did get their heart broken. But yet at the same time, I definitely feel like no matter what was going on, I feel like either subconsciously we were connecting, telepathically we're connecting. Of course, you're going to connect on a divine level. You know what I mean? Because that's what you are. It's so funny. You just wrote down celestial beings, and I was literally just going to say that. Oh, well, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you love the reading. It's all love. You're done with your Aquarius, man. There's no way I feel like we should take, people's bullshit. Even the twin flame, like, if you need to grow up, if they need to grow up, then they need to grow up. And I do feel like it's almost like we can't come together until our vibration is of equal. You know what I mean? Now, when I say that, there's still issues, right? Like someone has got to help someone else overcome this 3 of Swords. They have to help him overcome it. They have to help him overcome this 9 of Swords, right? But this is about unnecessary worry. I don't know how many saw the connection between. I just thought it was beautiful. Literally, the marriage card. But you know what I think when I see this card? I think that when I'm with this person, even if we were together before, listen, Sam and I were together before. We were teenage lovers. And then we went our own ways, right? I left the state, he stayed. But then 40 years later, my phone rings and it's him. Did I expect that at all? No. And it was on a day where I was really having one of my worst days. At least that's what I thought at the time. It's like funny how you say, oh, that was the worst day. And then something shows you, oh no, it can be worse. But anyways, so, and now Sam and I want to say in union, but we're not married, but we're connected for eternity now. I mean, the rest of this life for sure. But it didn't start off that way. It did start very romantically. And for those who don't know my story, like the reason why we broke up when I was young is my mother just never told us kids that she loved us. Doesn't mean she didn't. Like now I know that. I feel like she was probably raised where it wasn't told to her. And then she had a hard time saying it. And so it's funny because then Sam like dropped me off one night and he leans over and he's like, I love you. And I could not say it back. Even though I loved him with all my heart, I couldn't say it. And he broke up with me. And I still couldn't say it. And now I say it all the time to everyone. Like I have learned that lesson. But maybe that's just the way it was meant to be. And the only reason I tell you my story is because I want you to understand that, sometimes there are breakups and, and there can be time in between, but I don't feel like it's wasted time. That's the main thing. I don't feel like it's wasted. Thank you so much, Celeste Cheeks. It's so funny. My glasses, um, like, I don't know, there's like, they're all cloudy now. I don't know what happened to them. Like one day they were fine, and now they're somewhat cloudy. So sometimes I can't read the names. Um, all right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. This is that type of reading. I do have chat replay on. Oh, and I also want to say that because I did this live, I'm going to download it so I can put it in my playlist. You know what I mean? Where I might just cut the comments on just to have the actual reading. So if you see it twice, that's why. But I'll get rid of the word live in the title, not in the thumbnail, but in the title, I'll get rid of the live. So the ones that are here, you'll know that. But I do feel like this may be the type of reading where you may have to watch it a few times. But I loved it. I loved it. And I always loved June twin flame readings, though they are difficult. Don't get me wrong. And I do think the next reading I'm going to do is a past life reading. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then I am going to do live past life readings also. I feel like that's going to be so interesting. I'll probably give you a whole day notice when I do that. Um, but twin flames, I would definitely show up for past life readings. You know what I mean? Because you want to see, like, is there something that was left undone from that lifetime to this lifetime? Is there something that we can really clear up in this lifetime so we're not doomed to repeat it in the next? That type of thing. And I don't feel like, and this is just me, but this is me going by what my guides tell me. Um, not every lifetime are twins meant to be together, because sometimes, like, there's these things I want to do, like, I have things I want to accomplish, you know what I mean? But this lifetime, wow. And I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to put the title like, this was just sex, this is making love, but that's the title I want to put. But it'll get flagged, I just know it. We'll see. Anyways, guys, yeah, definitely need to watch it again. Why does the DM have to sleep with others? Well, he doesn't have to. And and I mean, I think about like my younger years, and because I definitely felt like these two met at a bar, and I feel like like they were drunk, and somehow that connection kept on going. And I think about my own life. I'm not little Miss Innocent over here. But I think of you know, like God forgive me. You know what I mean? Um, I know it kind of hurts. Maybe I shouldn't have used that word. Um, but when I say sex versus making love, I'm just trying to give a comparison of the difference. The difference of the two. I probably won't use that title. All right, guys, I'm going to let that be. I thank you for showing up. Um, I pray that if this is your journey, that it comes together in a peaceful, harmonious way, that you find the clarity that you need. Ultimately, I feel like this is about real connection. I don't feel like the Four of Wands and the Wheel would have came out, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, if it wasn't real. You know what I mean? And not just real, but I feel like because I also feel a maturity level over here. Where over here, not so much. Not in the beginning. But now I feel the maturity level. And I'm telling you, it's like once you're together, and I know this from my own experiences, once you're together, you're never going to want to part again. And again, Sam and I, like who was it that said like I don't like the thought of the DM sleeping around? Well, Sam was married twice. Like we were with other people. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um, feeling void and learning lessons. That's probably why they sleep with others. Maybe. And I feel like it's probably different for each. Um, but I feel like that's just part of life. Not really. I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, I'm gonna let that be. Again, I thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I really feel like you are my soul family. So thank you. Thank you for being here. As always, and I will see you soon, either at the table or at the lies again. Love you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye bye.